drowning is a real thing, and so we have to have swim safety tips. Drowning is actually the leading cause of death among children ages 1 to 4. And even kids who are pretty good swimmers can still drown.
Welcome back. It is the first official weekend of summer in Georgia. And for a lot of families, that means hitting the pool, maybe the lake. And we've got your safety swim tips before you get in the water. Plus, 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer. Why Black women are more likely to die from it. And a new HIV shot just approved by the FDA. We've got a lot to talk about in your health headlines this morning. And we're joined by none other than Dr. Frita Fisher to break all of this down for us. So much to talk about. I think a really big one for families this weekend is swim safety. This is critical, especially for really young swimmers, right?
Absolutely. We all want to be out with our kids in the pools. It's a time for laughter, for good fun, but drowning is a real thing, and so we have to have swim safety tips. Drowning is actually the leading cause of death among children ages 1 to 4. And even kids who are pretty good swimmers can still drown. That's why it's really important that we have the summer safety tips in place. Number 1, if your kids are going to be swimming, they must be supervised, even kids who can swim. And a supervisor does not just mean that there's an adult out there by the pool, because actually, Lindsay, 88% of the drownings occur with at least one adult outside. And so it's important that you have a designated water watcher. So the person who's supervising or being the water watcher should not be drinking alcohol, no types of substances, edibles. They should not be distracted on their cell phones. They can't be on the grill, playing spades, doing all of the things. The water watcher, even if there are 10 adults outside, one person must be designated, and this can help prevent drowning. Also, kids, especially kids who are not really great swimmers, should have life jackets. And these little floaties, these cute floaties that people buy for their kids on their arms, the little rings, those are not life jackets. Children can pass away. In fact, I know someone who personally lost his 3-year-old son who was outside, lots of adults, and he had one of those lifesaver floaties that he was in. He slipped right through it.
Oh my goodness.
Because drowning is silent. It can happen in seconds. On TV shows, we see lots of people splashing around, I'm drowning. But in real life, drowning happens in seconds and it's silent.
So important. Very good tips here. So many things for folks to keep in mind. I do want to talk about another one of our health headlines today, and this is one that a lot of people have been talking about: breast cancer prevention. This has really been brought into the spotlight, of course, because of the death of Ananda Lewis, popular MTV journalist. She died from breast cancer recently, but she wanted to pass along the importance of prevention and how we as women need to take this into our own hands.
Absolutely. Ananda died at the age of 52. She was beautiful. She was intelligent. She was on BET, Teen Summit, MTV, VJ. I'm a huge fan. But she chose not to get mammograms because she had a concern with the radiation. But in Ananda's own words, she said that her thoughts and fears about radiation were not completely false, but they were completely foolish. Those were her words. And even Ananda now recommends that women get mammograms because mammograms save lives. Yes, 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer, and breast cancer is the most common cause of cancer among women, second to skin cancer. And a lot of women think, oh, I have no family history, I'm fine. But 85% of the women diagnosed with breast cancer have no family history. And so it's important to have that discussion with your doctor at least by the age of 40. But if you have a family history or genetic predisposition, then you may need to start your screening mammograms early. The key is that early detection saves lives. And if you do self-breast exams, have consultations with your doctor, get mammograms, then we do have treatments that are effective. Yeah,
got to take your health into your own hands. It's so important to really take that seriously. And the last thing I want to talk about today is a really exciting new development. There is a new HIV shot out there. The FDA just approved this. This should save lives, but this helps prevent HIV.
Absolutely. This is so exciting because HIV affects 1.2 million Americans and 13% don't even know that they have it, Lindsay. So you could be with a partner who honestly thinks that they're HIV negative and you could get infected unless you take advantage of this new prevention. Now, we've had PrEP, which is pre-exposure prophylaxis, and these are pills that people have to take every day sometimes, and there's a lot of stigma involved. If you're at your aunt's house, you don't want her in your business. If you're with a new partner, you might not want them to know that you're doing PrEP. But with this new pill, this new shot, Yes to Go, with just 2 injections a year, it can prevent HIV in almost 100% of the cases. almost 100%. And it's wonderful because your privacy is protected.
Yes.
And there aren't as many reactions. With some of the pills, people get a little stomach upset, or they sometimes miss doses, forget doses. But with the twice-a-year injection in the study, there were minimal side effects, only a little maybe irritation around the site, and highly effective. Out of 2,180 participants, only 2 got HIV while on this new HIV injection. So this is a huge game changer. I'm very excited.
Certainly something that's going to save lives, change lives. Dr. Frita, thank you so much for your time this morning, your expertise, and really encouraging everyone to do what they can to protect themselves, protect their kids, and stay healthy. And you can keep up with Dr. Frita on social media by searching her name on all social media platforms. Don't worry, she's there. If there is a social media site out there, she's got you covered. You can also head to her website, drfrita.com.